Peace, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. I am your host, and I am back again with some awesome and interesting news. It's going to be a little weird tonight and today, depending where you are today, tomorrow, afternoon, evening. But for me, right now, as I'm recording this, it's nighttime. But first, before we can get into it, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please make sure to like and subscribe. All right, guys. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel and share. Let people know what's going on over here. All right. Let me give you another commercial. Yeah. There you go. I like that display. So let's get into this. What do you guys see in the picture right there on the screen? For those of you watching on the video, those of you listening to the podcast, you may not see. It's a picture of a monolith. Basically, it's a tall monument that's like a triangle, and the best way to describe it has three corners, and it rises up to the top where it makes like a little knife looking edge at the top, but it's still a triangle. So if you're looking at it in the front view, it looks like a little glass, like a triangle on top, and then the arrow coming down. So looking at it, it looks like there's a glass within the little pillar, right? Now, uh, there's there's been some weird news saying that these things are quote unquote popping out of nowhere, and people are wondering how did it get there. So people say, oh, maybe it came there miraculously, right? Some people say, oh, it grew out of the earth like a tree, so we don't know what it's made of, right? Now, it's pop up in different locations. Here, this one, I believe it came out of Turkey, and you have soldiers guarding it. But the location where they're putting it, it's mostly like middle of nowhere where people are not. There's not a lot of people there. Like this picture right here, this lady coming in front of it. Let me see if I can minimize the so you guys can see the whole picture. Yeah, see that lady right there? Yeah. So she's standing on it, right? And then let me show you this one. I've shown you a different one, but watch this one. See a difference? You see a difference, right? I show you all different parts of the world. Then you come in Congo, capital Kinshasa, or Kinshasa. We say Kinshasa, but foreigners say Kinshasa. Look what's going on with the monolith bill. When we saw this, we were laughing. We're like, yeah, we were cheering them on. Now people be like, well, why are you cheering down? People destroying such a beautiful monument, right? Right? All right, let me show you a video to break down what happened. I wasn't there when it happened, but people were there, were recording. So one moment, guys. Hold on. Let me pull. Okay. All right. Let me pull down this picture and have you guys look at the first video. So hold on one second. All right. Let me pause, and what I'll do is I'm gonna let me. I think the band is gonna in a way. So what I'll do is I'll minimize it. Let's see if it's gonna. All right. Hold on. What I could do is because I want to make sure you guys can read the subtitles. So hold on one second. I'm gonna edit the monolith. Okay, breaking news. No, that's still too small. Okay. So what I'll do is monolith because I want you guys to see. So what let's see. All right. I want to make it easier now. Okay. So I'll remove this so you guys can see the what do you call it, the subtitle. All right, let's play. So basically, they're talking about how it came out mysteriously, right? So they're showing you different location in Utah. It came out, nothing happened to it, right? People acting like, "Oh man, where did this happen?" Right? They think you're stupid. And this one was in Romania, up in the mountain, right? The hills, mountain, right? I mean, you can look at it. It tells you, it's showing you that it's man-made, right? Like man, okay, yeah. This one they took it down, right? So they say it quote unquote disappeared according to them, right? So now comes to Congo, where I'm from, right? People are gathering, and then they had cops come over to try to basically guard it, right? Because people were trying to figure out, and you're gonna hear basically this guy he's gonna explain why this building came out of nowhere, and then you're gonna hear the word from the mayor of this city or this was it municipality? Yeah, because the way they do their district is different than here. So basically, put what happened, like to just summarize the story, what happened is in Congo right now they're under curfew. So from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. there's a curfew. So most of the time people are already inside their house. Why? Because they've been cutting power, right? The government. Kind of ironic. We've been having power outage here, so it's a habit people are used to, where certain neighborhoods or certain cities, towns, they turn off the power at a certain time to basically force people, you know, to not be outside. So what happened is when people are under the curfew in this little town called Bandal, uh, some of the witness they say they saw two Caucasian guys with some group of workers that were put basically setting this up all night, and after they were done, they went somewhere to drink and relax, right? After hard work at night. But to most people, they say, "Oh, they don't know how it got there," because they're like, "All this time there was nothing there. Just overnight it shows up, right?" So people will wonder, well, what the hell is going on? But because Congolese people, they're very spiritual. They knew and understood the symbol of the monolith. They understood it was demonic and satanic symbols. So that's why the second video I'll show you the conclusion of the matter, what happens to the monument. But this first part, what I'll try to do is I'll let you guys finish and hear what the mayor had to say, and then I'll show you the second part when the monolith gets a little taste of Congolese, Congolese welcome.
Il y a un mouvement, il y a des jeunes gens qui sont prêts pour délocaliser ces trucs ici. Ils sont prêts pour démolir ça, c'est ça.
Yeah,
Parce qu'ils
it's
savent pas
basically
si
the
ça
people
pourrait
are
nous
ready to destroy. There's the mayor.
Ah non, ils n'ont pas planté, on l'a vu ça, c'est sorti comme ça. Et pour vous dire que samedi, j'étais à Bandal, samedi soir, je faisais ma ronde pour voir s'il y a respect de couvre-feu, et je suis parti, il n'y avait rien. Ce n'est que dimanche matin, on m'appellera, j'étais au sport pour me dire qu'il y a quelque chose de bizarre qu'on a trouvé. Et je suis venu, j'ai dit, mais ça c'est culturel, ça, c'est extraordinaire.
All right, that was the first video, and let me show you the second video, which basically shows you the aftermath, where regardless if the police was there, the people were like, this thing is there, why did they choose this location? Are they trying to put a hex on Congo? People say that we are really suffering, we are really the government got their foot in our necks, things are not going our way, and on top of that you want to put another madness, which is like a satanic symbols. They're like, we're not gonna allow this to happen. We already have too much. And the burning, I was like, this is typical Congolese. When things they're like, you know what? We may not have anything, but we understand symbols. We understand the meaning of things. They're like, this thing, it doesn't matter how beautiful, because the, the reason why I'm laughing, because I was looking through social media. There were some people who were like, why do Congolese people have to destroy such a beautiful thing? You know, people are I'm like, it's like this guy, he's looking at it from a point, from an artistic point of view. But the people are like, well, first of all, uh some of the author, they were saying, well, they were this symbol, right? Some people were claiming, like in the political, they were saying that this monolith is a symbol of freedom and peace. So the people say, okay, if this is a symbol of peace, right? Why they didn't do it during the day? Why they did it at night when nobody wasn't aware? Like, because the night is where evil happens. So why did they do it in the open? Because you're talking about quote unquote peace, right? It's a peaceful symbol, the symbol of peace, unity, right? Why you didn't do it during the day? That's what the rhetoric of the people. So I think the video is what, 2 minutes long. So I'll play it. A lot of them, I know this particular video, it's gonna be in Lingala, which is one my native tongue, and I don't think this particular video had a translation. So whenever somebody's speaking and there's no subtitle, I'll basically translate for you guys what the person is saying. Hold on, let me play the video. So he basically said, check this thing out that just appeared, right? He says these are the items of Freemasons. So the people know. So basically, I'm translating you what he's saying. Franc-maçon, basically in French, they say franc-maçon. And he's saying that these Freemasons set this monument in Bandal to basically sacrifice them, to basically pull a hex on them. So I'm translating it in a way that you guys can understand. Translation can be kind of difficult because the meaning in a language may be not similar if I translate exactly. So if I use the word hex, for those of you who understand, when it comes to magic, you understand why I use that word. He says that with all the things that are happening in our country, they're gonna install this thing from the US. He said that people are claiming that this thing grew out of the earth. And he's saying, no, this thing didn't grow out of the earth. He was put on. Somebody built it. He said, well, this one I think was last weekend. So they're saying they put this since Saturday. He basically saying that the government, the leadership, they're dedicating the country to Freemasons by them installing this monument. That's why he's basically saying.
C'est quoi ça oyo? Triangle on a likolo. Triangle on a dédié bandal oyo. Esa katana.
And then now they're burning it. There's another video that was showing the people hitting it with wood, sticks. They were like, it's made by man. Take it down, burn it, burn it. Evil, demonic, they like burn it. So he came to put it out. It was too late. So whenever they were destroying it, it looked like it was made out of wood. And they painted it. So there you have it, to burn it down. So yeah, that was the video. I just wanted to show you the things that are going on in the world that you may not be aware of. So I showed you different locations, right? They were oh, something up here, something beautiful. We even had soldiers guarding it. We don't know what it is, right? But then it comes to Congolese people, they're like, oh no, you don't. It's going down, it's burning. So the question is, who's sending out those things? Like people are wondering. Now, I don't want this news to be long, but I'll simply put this, right? You can look it up on Google. They'll tell you monolith, basically talking about saying that it's a monument that's built from one stone, right? So it's like you take a big stone and then you basically um, sh- uh, uh, work it to the point where you give it a shape, and that shape is, they'll call it monolith because there's no additional stone or additional equipment to make that thing. It's one and the same, right? And the obelisk is the what they call the Washington Monument, which looks like a big square thing, and at the top, it's a pyramid, right? And you see that a lot in churches, like especially Baptist church in America. Now, for those of you who don't know, that symbol is a representation of Nimrod's private member, hence the symbol of the pointing at the top, which is a triangle. It's a satanic symbols. But what do I know? I'm just, I'm just a YouTuber. I don't know anything. Now, when you do research, they'll tell you the obelisk, right? That's what they call it, comes from Egypt. And they say that, when the Greeks got into Egypt, they named it, let me make sure that I get the thing right. Obelix, yeah. They called it uh Obelixos, which means to spit, nail, point a pillar. And it says that word became borrowed into Latin and English today. So, and the word monolithic is single stone. It's a consists of a single stones. But is what they mentioned, they say most obelisks are made of several stones to make one. And that's why I say the furthest they claim, especially when you're seeing in Wikipedia, they say that the symbol of the obelisk is the symbol of the sun god Ra. And during the religious reformation of Akhenaten, it was said to have been a petrified ray of the Aten, the sun disk. So that's what they're telling you. But when you go all the way back to ancient Babylon, the obelisk was the symbol of King Nimrod's phallus. We know that, hence the story of the virgin birth. So there's a lot of things that go on with things. So to you, my viewers, I'm gonna ask you, are you wondering, maybe you're like, what's going on? Why is this kind of things are happening? And if you have an opinion, if you heard about this, or you have something to say, or you want to add some knowledge that you can enlighten us with when it comes to this item called the monolith, please feel free to do so in the comment section. And for those of you listening to me to the podcast, you can always message me. I would love to hear some feedback. But that's what I'm asking you guys. I'm like, what is with all these weird items, Monolith, quote unquote, being installed from different parts of the world and not telling the local people where it came from, you know, what's the meaning of this, right? Now, it's always good to ask questions, which they don't want us to. They don't want us to ask questions. They want us to just take it in, just accept what's given to us. But what say you, right? And looks like I've hit the 20 minutes mark. Yay! It's not 2 hours. And I would like to thank you guys for stopping by. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share my stream to others so they can, check out my channel. And don't forget to check out my podcast for those of you who are in the audio side of the game. You wanna hear the message as not watching, you can always go to my YouTube channel to see what's going on, and basically stay tuned for my uploads. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be safe and have a great weekend. Peace.